All right, everybody. Just gonna do a quick post game video here today. Uh, Man, this sucks. This hurts. That loss, and it's the same thing week in and week out. 60% or around 60% of the points is gonna be given up in the second half, and if our offense doesn't cover that amount, we're gonna lose. And it's simple. It's happened time and time again. Every week except for against Rice, it's happened. And you can't win games doing that. This team, they cannot handle success whatsoever. The second the players have a good play, get highly ranked, or have anything good happen, they get a good half. They regress. They go back down. They come out in the second half strong. Okay, yeah. Regress, go back down. I'm looking at a thing. 2-3, 4-4. I mean, we looked like we were in the driver's seat going into the Big 12 play. And then we just hit a brick wall. I mean, and for all the people that are saying this would be worse under Herman, or this would be better under Herman, well, boy, do I got news for you. This team would be like a 1-7 team or a 2-8 or 2-6 team. I mean, this team would be bad under Herman. Whatever defensive players that we have on defense, whether they're good or not, even those players, we would have walk-on level players playing for this team. You could say easily Brockermeyer would still be on the scout team. And for all the people saying he's bad, well, he was one of the only bright spots for our defense today. Xavier Worthy wouldn't be here. I know he's on offense, but still, that's a big piece. Ben Davis wouldn't be here. He's been playing lately, and he hasn't been doing bad either. But if he's come in for somebody, that means he's doing better than what was already here. Darian Dunn. I think that was under Herman. But he still stayed. He's going to be here no matter what. That was a bad example. I'm blanking. Ovia Gofu and Ray Thornton, those dudes wouldn't be here. And same point for Ben Davis. I mean, Ovia Gofu's actually been pretty decent for our defense this year. Ray Thornton has been but as better than the next best guy, which is what we would have for Herman. And then who knows what he would be making for the quarterback, what decision he'd be making at the quarterback position. He wouldn't be giving Bijan Robinson the, lion's share of carries. This is just bad. And how does it get fixed? That's the real question. Like, I was talking with a OU guy, and he's like, well, how do you fix it? Well, hell if I know. Let me actually... No, I'm not. I don't have it up. But, beside the point, this is the same thing that we've seen under Charlie Strong and Tom Herman. And it was absolutely stupid of us to think that it's just going to go away magically, first year under Sarkisian. A little improvement would be nice to see, but if y'all haven't watched this 24/7 live stream that they did for the mid-season with Chip Brown and Longhorn legend Michael Griffin, safety, you need to go watch it. And in there, he makes a really good point. And it's the point that I'm going to say that this isn't the coach's fault for today. They put these players in the correct position, time in and time out, week in, week out, again and again. They stop executing when they're ahead. It's the damnedest thing. Either that or the defense just magically is able to start getting better just out of nowhere. The defense just gets better. Maybe the defense has more drive and our offensive guys can't match that level of drive. You'd think their pride would kick in, but, I guess not. And for anybody that goes, oh, you're cheap going at their pride, well, they're 4-4. Fair game. Who gives a shit? These are all dudes over 18 years old. They're adults. They can handle it. Just watch Caleb Williams get sacked by a Texas Tech guy. Let's see OU lose. That'd be a nice thing to happen, but it's not going to happen because why would anything good happen for Texas? So. And then you got the Cameron Dicker punt. I mean, sorry, I was just watching that thing behind. But you got the Cameron Dicker punt. What the hell was that? This is stupid. And that's not a planned play. That's an option play. Meaning if he has a space, he can choose to run with it. And actually, I think it was a planned play. Because if you watch that play in slow motion, I wish I could put it up right here. But if you watch it in slow motion, you can clearly see, clear as day, that Roschon Johnson is running on a screen. It's a delayed screen. And the spy that they were talking about in the broadcast, they said there was a spy that was following Dicker. The spy was following Roschon up until Dicker starts to run with it up. But when he runs with it up, the spy goes and switches to Dicker. If Dicker had then thrown the ball to Roschon, well, Roschon's actually got a decent shot at making the first down right there with nobody in front of him up until about 5 yards past the line to gain. So they're going to get to the line to gain. But I like my chances with Roschon. I don't like my chances with Cameron Dicker on 4th and 11. I mean, I don't know what. The dude thought he was Michael Dixon for a second, but he's never going to be Michael Dixon. But the players, they were in the right position time in and time out. You had Joshua Moore drop a touchdown pass. If he catches that, we're still watching a football game. It's in overtime. We're going after it right now. We'd still lose. I mean, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. But at least we'd have a little bit more of life. I mean, maybe that would be worse because, sooner we die, the better. Because it's like dying a slow, painful death. And then you have the Joshua Moore fumble. That's basically 3 points off the board. Because we would have at least had a field goal. Or a shot at a field goal. This is just. You can book it week in and week out that this crap is going to happen. Then you had the blocking where they don't allow Casey Thompson to get the ball off while Marcus Washington is running down the field. Just completely nobody around him. The nearest guy is like 10 yards and he's late, or 10 or 20 yards and he's late breaking because he sees him late. But lucky for him, Casey Thompson couldn't even throw the damn ball. Why? Because our offensive line is crap. And I wish I could. I'm not going to do it right now. I wish I could. I'll put it in the. I'll put a link to their Twitter, to the tweet below. But somebody tweeted saying Sark needs to go full blown Chris Beard mode and pull in as many offensive line from the portal. Yes, he needs to do that next year as ASAP. And I think he said throwing some defensive linemen in there too. Well, do that as well. I mean, we have some bright spots, but let's be honest. Letting up stuff like this today is not. That's not a good way to get yourself called a bright spot. I'm not even, yeah. Well, bad day to be a Longhorn fan. There were a couple memeable moments that I saw that I'm sure are going to be flying around now. So start to expect more of this. I mean, it basically whenever you're watching a team in the first half against Texas, go ahead and take that total, find out what that is 40% of, and then find out the 60% for that total, and that's what the other team is going to score in the second half, or around there. It's going to be pretty close. Today was 67%, so you never know, but this is crap. Well, I'll catch y'all later. Try and enjoy whatever rest of y'all's day y'all have. This year's gonna suck. Hook 'em.